Shan boys, I look kind of like an auntie right now. Anyway, well, Gwizzy, it's the morning time and it's time to go and do some intervals. We're fucking running, boys. I know, you're probably thinking, oh my god, you're not gonna get a trim? No, I'm not gonna get a trim. I'm gonna actually get my hair braided to cornrows, so hence why I don't actually have a trim right now, because I'm gonna have a lip trim. I'm gonna look like fucking a UFC fighter or something. I'll show you guys the current subs I'm running. So every morning, some electrolytes and creatine. Does it do anything? I don't fucking know, but I like having the electrolytes, so I don't really give a shit. We got some magnesium, we got some multivits, we got some ashwagandha, we got some liver oils, we got some vitamin D. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like dying, so I think they're doing alright. I kind of sound like an emo in the morning, do you know? I hate my mom. Anyway. Okay, here's the morning pingers. A bit of Mandy in there. A few details. Hopefully we go on okay. Sweet. Right, boys. We are very much live right now. Actually feel alright. I thought I was super unfit, but actually grand. I say that as I've done the warm-up jog, but to be fair, I've been doing like 300 minutes cardio for the last like 6 months, so I couldn't be too unfair. New protein alert. New protein alert. So after the Dubai chocolate scenario where I was savagely disappointed, we're back with another Perform. Bang. Cereal milk. Oh, you can't actually see it up in it. Cereal milk though. I've had this one before and it was really good. So yeah, thanks. Billion after intervals there. Went pretty well though. Like it was easy enough. It was 10 100-meter runs and then 5 50 meters, like 30-second rest in between, and then like a 2K warm up. So it was grand. But like, I actually felt pretty fit. Like not like the fittest I've been, but not that bad. Like I've been doing a lot of cardio, so to be fair, like I should, like my zone 2 should be pretty good. I'm doing an hour zone 2 pretty much 5 times a week for the last like 3 months, give or take. Like zone 2's in a good spot, so be interesting now to see how we get how fit we can get. Because I did miss the running. It's just a different buzz entirely. Like, you know, kind of feels like you're just fucking goosed in the best way. Like if you really like house music and festivals and shit, you actually just really love running, and the gym as well. But running and the tunes are on, you're just like getting into it. Like so. Anyway, I'm trying to do some stuff with email lists and build that out because someone tried to change the password to my Instagram the last day, and I was like, oh my god, if I lose my Instagram, that's my whole business gone. That's my whole marketing gone. That's my whole sale. That's every way that I can get a client or anyone even knows I exist gone. So I was like, okay, we have to diversify here. So back on YouTube, and we're gonna get some email list stuff going on as well. So that's what I'm at right now. I don't know about you boys, but I actually suck at technology, man. Like, even after college and shit, I'm just useless. But we're marching on. We're marching on. Okay. Now, it is 2 days after. The structure of the vlog is out the bloody window, but we're back to it, boys. You can't be giving out to me for not having the structure down to fucking T when I'm here putting in the fucking shift. I want to show you this thing though. So this is the chilling room. So I'm going to try to actually set you up so I can actually spit some game right now. So, did those intervals. Our zone 2 has obviously been kept up nicely because the amount of cardio we've been doing for the last while. Like, I don't know why I thought I'd be so unfit. I've been doing my 300-minute Stairmaster nearly on average for the last 2 months anyway. And then before that, not too much different to that. So fitness is in a good spot. Obviously, our zone 2 was keeping our engine building, but no, there's nothing like being back to intervals and the sprints and stuff and going back to like I'm back playing 5-a-side and I could have a chest infection. I was literally like, I'm gonna die. I was like, oh, this is me. So did the second round of intervals today. We did 400 meters in and around like 70-75%, and then 6 200 meters at like 85. For me, it was about 90, but we'll call it like 85. But again, lovely position, not feeling too bad. And yeah, you missed the running, boys. Oh my god, I completely forgot about the running endorphins, man. Like the buzz you get off running when you have your house tunes in. I know it's novel to me right now. I'm just back to it, so that's probably why. I'm probably gonna when I look back at this in like 2 weeks, but it wears off. Anyway, enjoying it when I can. Also, you saw we have skirted the Dubai chocolate protein powder. I say skirted. We did the whole 2 kilos. Terrible flavor, absolute trash. Don't buy it. Don't ever think about buying it. It's awful. We're back in the cereal milk now. Thank God. Now I would like to end with even a tiniest bit of value that you can get out of this video. So I do want to talk about what to do. Where the fuck's my watch? Anyway, it is the start of February. So we are officially in around 12 weeks away from May, which is obviously the start of the summer. So if you are looking to, pull out your best possible physique for the summer, or, realistically get quite lean for the summer, because the summer is when you're going to want to, majority of people are going to want to be leaner. Obviously everyone's got preferences. You might like looking a little bit on the heavier side, and that is okay. But I know for majority of lads that I know and I coach, they want to have a bit of a leaner look in the summer, because when you have your top off and stuff, you want to be like, fucking look at this. Okay, so first thing, I do want to start with the most important thing, and that is having a time and a date. Super, super important, boys. You have a end date of when the diet is going to end, or a rough end date. Like a nice one to have is the last day of April or the last day of June. Like last year, when I was prepping for the cutting for the prepping for the cut. The show was on the 28th of June. So that date, the 28th of June, was always in my head. I used to always just, see how far are we now, you do it in days, because when you're in a bodybuilding show, you have to say like, I'm 417 weeks out, 275, like, you know what I mean? So having that date is super important, because it'll just stop you going fucking daft. The fact that you have an end goal in mind, you can see it, you can literally be like, okay, I just need to get to here. Then you're just much more likely to avoid feeling like you're fucking never going to get out of this thing. And when the goal is in sight, like, it's easier to push on, if that makes sense. So first thing, have a time and date and a rough kilo goal of how much you want to lose. Like if you've been lean before, you know in and around what weight you want to be. What I always say is, if you haven't been, as lean as maybe you want to get this year, you're going to want to add on about I want to say about 3 to 5, but really it's probably 5+ kilos to whatever you think your best look is, if that makes sense. There's a very good chance that the idea you have in yourself with 10 kilos less could actually be 15 kilos less, or the idea you have yourself with 5 kilos less could be 10. It usually is a little bit more than what you actually think. So just give yourself those few extra kilos grace, and you've your time goal set and you've your weight goal set, and now we're cooking. Step 2, let's talk about food, all right? So realistically, the main challenge, the main obstacle that you're going to have here is going to be the food. And it is 100% as much of an obstacle as you make it, okay? You are going to be hungry at some point in this thing. Like if you're thinking that's not going to happen, like that's unavoidable. But there is stuff you can do to mitigate and minimize the intensity of both those things. If it's structured right, you should be able to get to the end of your cut for the summer and not be absolutely staring on it. You shouldn't be absolutely, scared to let yourself be around sweet treats in case you eat the fucking whole country down at them, So we want to avoid all that, okay? There's 2 ways that I would go about it, okay? First one is just straight up tracking your food. MyFitnessPal is one that I use when I lost 50 kilos, so I'm always going to say that's the goal. Tracking the food is way number 1, and having a set meal plan is way number 2. So the benefits of tracking your food, obviously you have that bit more versatility. Obviously you can kind of chop and change feeling on what you're feeling like on the day, okay? Which is good. But it also leads into my first con, which is you can get serious decision fatigue. One of the best things about having a meal plan, which I'll get onto in a sec, is it just takes away all that thinking from you. Okay, it just kind of takes away the, oh geez, okay, I've got 1,000 calories left. Should I eat twice, or can I get like, one massive meal, or should I make like 3 tiny meals? It just gets rid of all that crack. Do you know what I mean? Tracking the food for me was great when I was losing all the weight. It was really, really good. But at the same time, when I was losing the weight, my only thing that I had going on really was losing the weight. So benefits of the meal plan. You have structured meals. It takes away your thinking. It takes away decision fatigue. You don't have to think about what you're going to have. It's literally there, easy to meal prep. Cons of meal prep, it gets boring. It gets repetitive. So we're between a rock and a hard place, a boulder and a hard place here. What can we do? We can combine them, lads. We can make a little bit of a fusion, okay? Like a rough meal plan idea would have in around 4 to 5 meals. No snacks otherwise, but you got 5 meals so you can survive. Carb sources, I would go mainly with oats, potatoes, rice, pasta. I wouldn't eat pasta because I wouldn't be able to get full up off it. But if you could do proteins, then all your lean meats, whitefish, prawns, all that good stuff. I wouldn't be going for super fatty meats. You can, of course you can. Some people do, and some people, really swear by that. But for me anyway, I always stick with the leaner meats just because you get more satiated, you get more portion size and more protein in. And when your calories go that little bit lower, you don't really be wanting to push up your calories with fattier meats, because you can probably get it from carbs, stuff like that as well. With our fats then, I'd be going for all high cacao percent, dark chocolate, peanut butter, all nut butters, brilliant. And then for our sweet treats then, obviously if you have a Ninja Creamy, you're laughing. If you don't have a Ninja Creamy, get a Ninja Creamy. Going back to my main point of how you can kind of blend tracking and your meal plan. So have yourself 4 or 5 meals, meals that you enjoy. It's not you're not gonna be able to have Mackies and Domino's every single day, but you want to have meals that you at least kind of like you want to have meals that they're 7, 8 out of 10, and take care making them and make them nice, because the more that you like them, the more sustainable it is. I think have your core meals, 2 or 3 breakfasts that you rotate, 2 or 3 lunches and dinners that you rotate, or lunch that you rotate, and then dinner you can be a little bit more flexible. My first 3 meals a day are always the same, and my last meal, but my dinner can sometimes change, you know, because like, you know, if me and Molly are say going out, or you know, we want to make dinner together, I just account for that. Okay, that's the way that I do it. But if it suits you better to, you know, just go with the meal plan full on, do it. If it suits you, just go with the calorie tracking full on, do it. With training, all I will say is, again, same as the meal plan. You don't want crazy decision fatigue. Have a set workout, and you want to keep it with similar exercises again and again and again and again. Don't be chopping and changing all the time. Pick your workout, stick with it at least 8 weeks. If something's really niggling at you, then switch it out. But just don't switch out the whole thing if you don't see changes in yourself. Anyways, boys, thank you very, very much for staying to the end of the video. If you did, what are you at, man? If you're not going to better to do. But I love you. Obviously, boys, if you're interested in coaching, Instagram in the bio, Busy Fitness 1. And remember too, like if it's a thing where you have any questions after this video, or any questions in general, just hit me up. Not hard to reach whatsoever. So that's it, boys. See you boys next week.